These are not the most everyday pieces. I mean, it seems like when something is designer, you should wear it every day and it should last, but I would say particularly for some of these Chanel pieces, they're really special occasion pieces, and they're not things that you can put a lot of wear and tear into because they will deteriorate a lot faster. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Jess. If you love shopping and handbag videos, please like and subscribe to my channel. I know that a lot of people collect costume jewelry, and honestly, I'm a bit divided as to whether it's worth it or not. I always feel like I wouldn't pay more than $300 on a costume jewelry piece, but I know that brands like Chanel and, you know, Louis Vuitton, even Hermes have costume jewelry pieces that are over $500 that are made out of inferior metals that could agitate your skin, and that are made out of metals that are not necessarily that expensive. And you know, a lot of these costume jewelry pieces don't usually hold up and last. So I wanted to share with you guys some of my experiences with costume jewelry and why I don't think it's always the best thing to invest your money in. So I bought a Chanel necklace. Well, firstly, I used to have some Chanel CC studs, but I ended up selling them because, well, I disinfected them and everything, but I found that they always kind of hurt my ears. And so that brings me to my first point, is that if you're sensitive to certain metals, I really wouldn't recommend costume jewelry because you might find it unbearable to wear after a few hours. And this necklace, one of my friends really wanted, but she found that it really agitated her neck when she wore it. So she's one of those people who can only buy fine jewelry. I know for me, they do irritate me, and particularly my ears. Like if I put something that's not at least sterling silver in my ear, it does like flare up my ear. I want to get like ear infection from a costume jewelry piece. This necklace, I've worn it a few times and one of the crystals came out and I got it repaired, and then the crystal fell out again. So yeah, I don't know. Back in like 2018, I think this was actually a pretty good price. Like maybe like $300 or so, but I'm guessing that these days something like this would cost a lot more. And I just don't really wear this anymore because I just feel like it looks a bit like, it kind of looks fake in a way. I know you could kind of say that a lot about a lot of designer items, that, you know, how do you know that that's real or fake? But I don't know. Yeah, I guess the CC studs and the CC necklace is pretty easy to fake, and you can get super fakes. I'm not endorsing that, but just saying, like, I just feel like it looks a little bit, yeah, it just lost its appeal a little bit. I do like the idea of it. You know, I always wanted a Chanel CC necklace. I saw Nicole Kidman in this like Chanel commercial. That commercial was just so glamorous to me, and she wears this Chanel crystal necklace like on the back of her dress. I just think it looks so elegant. And you know, Coco Chanel was very famous for mixing real and fake pearls together to create really elaborate looks. And you know, I love the iconic Chanel cuffs and just that sort of thing, but I would personally stay clear of anything with like little pearls or crystals because they're very delicate and they're things that you shouldn't wear all the time. Be careful not to get perfume or anything near these things, or hand cream, because it will affect the glue in the jewelry and it will deteriorate faster, and it's just a little bit too high maintenance for me. To be honest, I really like this piece. I actually wear it a lot. It's my Vivienne Westwood pearl necklace, and I bought this off the website last year, actually. Was it last year? I think it could have been the start of this year. And I bought it because a few of my friends really wanted it as well, and we combined shipping. And, you know, when we got it, one of my friends said that they were really underwhelmed by the quality. It just feels like a cheap necklace. I mean, there's just like little string and like fake pearls and then this little pendant. It doesn't feel like amazing for the price. I think it was under $300 again, but yeah, I mean, I really love it. To be honest, I wouldn't mind getting like the big pearl choker as well, which I actually don't know how much that costs, but yeah, I haven't found any major wear on this yet. It does have some crystals and they haven't fallen out yet, but yeah, I can understand the addiction for costume jewelry because like this is one of those pieces that really worked for my wardrobe. A lot of people collect Chanel costume jewelry and that sort of thing because it really can add a little bit of something to your outfit without paying like the high cost of some fine jewelry. But I really do think that I personally have a limit as to how much I'll pay per piece of costume jewelry, because you can get Chanel costume jewelry for like over $3,000, and I just don't know whether that is worth buying, especially some of those Chanel pearl necklaces. Most of them are made out of glass, which is coated in pearlescent powder, so it's like crushed pearl with glass, and you'll find that after a few years that pearlescent powder can chip off the pearls and they can just wear quite badly. And you know, those Chanel string necklaces are really expensive. Also, some of the belts that you get at Chanel are similar to the costume jewelry, like they'll have lots of pearls or crystals, and these are not the most everyday pieces. I mean, it seems like when something is designer, you should wear it every day and it should last, but I would say particularly for some of these Chanel pieces, they're really special occasion pieces, and they're not things that you can put a lot of wear and tear into, because they will deteriorate a lot faster. Now, I think back in the 90s, Chanel did much more gold-plated costume jewelry, and you'll find that on the secondhand market, and particularly in Japan, a lot of that jewelry still looks in great condition. And it's because they've put like a thick layer of gold plating on top. So I would say stuff like that probably has a little bit more longevity, but modern day Chanel costume jewelry isn't made the same, so I don't think it's necessarily as hearty and long lasting. As I said with my necklace, the crystal fell out straight away. So I do have a few other costume jewelry pieces, and this one is one of my favorite necklaces as well. And this part, it's actually sterling silver, so if I'm going to go for costume jewelry, I tend to go for less designer brands. I think I got this on Net-a-Porter, but it was like not like Prada or Chanel or something. So it's sterling silver, which I find wears better than just metal or some random metal that some costume jewelry is made out of. And this part is gold plated as well, so I find that this combination of like the sterling silver and the gold plating, it tends to last longer, and it looks a little bit more expensive as well, even though it's not, because this one in particular was not a really high-end label. It was more of those like high street brands, I think. So I like this one as well. And then I also have here, what is this one? This one is, I got this on Outnet, I think. Actually, Tripova, I actually don't know what the brand is, but it is like one of those like street style brands, I think. And yeah, I got it on sale. This one is on sterling silver as well. And yeah, I do like a good statement jewelry, costume jewelry necklace, but I tend to go for, as I said, sterling silver or something like that, because I feel like it looks more expensive and it kind of has more of a luster to it. And sterling silver, it's like Tiffany sterling silver. You can kind of polish it up and shine it up again, and it can kind of last a little bit longer. I've even thought of getting into the Hermes sterling silver range. I've never bought like a Click H bracelet or a Click Clack, because I don't think that they look amazing, and I do know that they can scratch up really easily, and they, yeah, I don't know, enamel as well is a little bit delicate. It can discolor, and yeah, I don't know. I'd rather like buy like a gold ring. It doesn't even have to be designer. Like, I'd rather buy something at the jeweler for like $1,000 in gold with diamonds or something, which, I don't know. I do have like a mini diamond ring here, which was about $1,000, which, yeah, you could buy some Chanel studs for that much as well, but I'd rather just buy something that is going to last longer and I can wear every day, even though it's not a designer thing. So yeah, and in terms of Chanel brooches, I've always wanted to buy a Chanel brooch, but yeah, I don't know. I do think the ones that have the poured resin in look a little bit more durable, like the thick enamel ones, but I'm not a huge fan of the ones with all the crystals. But I did buy, I think on Net-a-Porter, some funky diamante brooches, and to be honest, I don't really wear them, but these were kind of some smaller designer as well. I thought they were really cute, but you know, you can get these novelty kind of brooches at Chanel as well for much higher cost. So it all depends on, like, I guess what you value, what you want. But for me, I really don't necessarily, I'm not really sucked into the Chanel hype or the Hermes hype for costume jewelry anyway. Definitely I'm more for the bags and even the silks. Like, I love Hermes silks, but the costume jewelry, yeah, just knowing that how it wears and how it always doesn't feel the best on your skin either. I wouldn't put heaps of money into it. I do admittedly kind of want to get another Vivienne Westwood necklace, but yeah, I wouldn't like really be a die-hard collector of costume jewelry, just because the amount you pay for it, you could actually buy like a fine jewelry piece after a while. Like if you buy like 10 Chanel costume jewelry pieces, which is quite easy to do, you could have bought like, yeah, like a solid gold item, to be honest, or yeah, like a 18 karat gold bracelet or something. I'm not gonna pay $2,000 for some fake crystal earrings. So guys, let me know what you think of costume jewelry. Do you collect it? Do you think it's worth it? Because yeah, I don't know, for me it's a little bit not really worth it to me. But anyways, I see the purpose of costume jewelry, but I think you can kind of get the look for less without spending thousands. Thanks for watching my blabby video today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys on my next one. Bye!